Unless you've been living under a rock, you know about the new Netflix film, Voicemails to Isabelle. I watched it when it first came out, and I quickly came to the conclusion that this was not a book first. And here's why. Voicemails for Isabelle is getting so much clout right now. This rom-com featuring Zoe Deutch and Nick Robinson is literally all over social media, and from that trailer, I thought it was going to be a sob fest. But for me, it just wasn't. Now, I have to put this disclaimer in here. I'm not unfamiliar with the romance genre. I mean, I have read my fair share of Nicholas Sparks books, and I feel personally victimized by the movie adaptation of All the Bright Places. So I know the romance genre. I mean, I don't call myself your romance book loving bestie on the internet for nothing. Voicemails to Isabelle just didn't hit for me the way I expected to and the way that it hit for everybody else. And genuinely, I think it's because it wasn't a book adaptation. I mean, listen, this movie checked a lot of boxes for me, but it also didn't in the same way. I mean, for starters, she is a line cook and she lives in that beautiful San Francisco house. That is not believable, especially in this economy. But also, the scene where she's eating a sandwich and she's like, oh, the San Francisco sourdough, and it just looks like a normal piece of white bread. Come on. I live in New York and I know what a piece of San Francisco sourdough looks like. This movie, the reason it was so problematic to me is that it feels like it didn't know what it wanted to be. It felt like the genre was not defined enough. At moments, it was a love story between two sisters, and at other moments, it was a love story between the two main characters, which, listen, I'm not that much of a hater. Obviously, I did really enjoy the storyline of our main character, Jill, really missing her sister, Isabelle. I mean, that was purely the heart of this movie. But that being said, I can say it's strange to feel like you're replacing your sister with a significant other. That being said, I am an only child, and I feel like this part is probably giving only child energy, but I don't know, it just felt weird to me. I don't really know how else to explain it. But once again, the genre of this movie was ultimately the most confusing part of all of it. I mean, some moments seemed like I was going to break into tears, others seemed like I was laughing out loud, and then there was also this weird gray area where I thought for a minute maybe Wes actually had intentions to off Jill. And I was just confused. Is this a rom-com? Or is this just the bare bones of a stalker romance? And listen, I'm your girl for either. I've been reading a lot of dark romance. But that being said, I feel like it's a little crazy that this guy low-key stalked her. I mean, guys, he literally stalked her. There's no way around saying it. He literally stalked her. So I did some research and my hunch was correct. So the actual writer and director of this movie spoke with Wales Online about her inspiration behind the actual tale itself. And surprise, surprise, this was not a book first, which thank goodness. I don't think there would be a video today if it was a book first, because actually there would be, because I probably would have finished the book by now and I probably would be angry. But whatever. So Voicemails for Isabelle was not a book first, which makes sense because it never felt like these characters got deep. They only felt surface level to me. And I was waiting for the moment where I actually cared about any of them. And then I realized that the only commentary I had for any of the characters was how terrible of friends Wes's friends were to him. I mean, who encourages you to literally stalk someone? Because that's low-key what they were doing. I'm just saying. They should have been stopped. They were the real villain here. So the writer and director sat down with Wales Online and discussed where the actual inspiration for this movie came from. And she said that she first drafted the screenplay about 7 years ago after attending a comedy show. And she also said that some aspects of this script are based on personal experiences. So while she was in the comedy club, there was someone making a joke saying that they wish that they could call a relative who had passed on, but they haven't returned their call in 3 years because they've passed on. And she said that she was the only one that laughed at that joke. And then she also found inspiration from her own voicemails that she leaves for her sister. So, like, some aspects are real, but, like, it's not actually based on any true events. So, here's where it really gets me, right? I would have loved this storyline if it were a book. Because if you had the format of it being dual point of view, you would have understood more of what they were thinking on the inside, right? Like, I think what was so stressful for me with this movie was the main character never once seemed to question how he knew all of these things. Like, how, like, you eat dinner at a certain spot like every other night at your bench, and you wished to the gods that someone would come and join you and it would be this hot man. I feel like it felt too fake. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. It felt too fake. I did not vibe with that. Like, Wes's character just seemed creepy to me. And I feel like if I would have gotten the dual point of view in like a book type of format, I would have been able to understand what was going on in his mind. But because we don't get to really be in the head of either character because of how movie storytelling is versus book storytelling, you never get to like understand that, like, maybe he has good intentions, maybe he doesn't. You never know. But because there was no dual point of view, Wes just felt creepy, like really creepy. I mean, I'm just gonna emphasize this one more time here. This guy literally had been receiving the voicemails that she was meaning to leave for her dead sister on his work cell, listening to all of them, getting to know their like secrets and their little stories and their little euphemisms and everything. And then he faked a work trip to go there and show up in a spot that he knew she wanted to meet someone at. Like, that's creepy. I don't know, man. I don't think I could do that. I really don't. There were moments where I genuinely thought at like the actual climax scene that he was gonna like try to off her or something. I never once trusted Wes. And I feel like it's probably because I've been reading too much dark romance. But yeah, at least with dual point of views, we would have been able to like get a better idea of what was going on in their minds. But once again, this is how storytelling works with movies. It's limited. You know, we can only imagine what we think these characters were feeling in that moment. And personally, I don't think it would have been the same ending if it were me in her shoes. Because I genuinely thought it was going to get like a little call the police, like scary near the end. But apparently that's only me. Everybody else seemed to really love this movie. Also, I have to add in, there were exactly 2 tears shed from me. I'm an easy crier, and I only cried once, and it was at the end. So, what did you guys think of Voicemails to Isabelle? Have you seen it yet? Do you want to? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know if you agree with me. Feel free to like and save this video and come back once you've watched the movie so you can let me know your point of view in the comments down below. If you guys want to follow me everywhere else on the internet, I am Corey's Nail Diary on both Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!